So a few weeks ago I posted the video titled, "Is Bacho SAGINASHVILI the new schoolboy?" Now to my surprise, I was getting bombarded in the comments by Georgians telling me that Bacho is not the new schoolboy. He's the next Levan. Hey everyone, welcome to Arm Wrestling Insider, where we talk about arm wrestling topics and all things arm wrestling. If you like that type of thing, please consider joining the channel, etc, etc, etc. Thank you very much. So once again, the topic of discussion is Bacho SAGINASHVILI. I swear this guy's name comes up all the time now. I've heard his name more in the last couple weeks than I have my whole life previously. But like I said in the intro, after I posted my video, I had a pile of Georgians in the comments telling me that my schoolboy comparison was completely off mark. Now these are self-proclaimed Georgians and I can't back it up, but according to my YouTube analytics, 1.5% of people who watch my videos are from Georgia. I don't know if they speak English, but they're watching. So anyway, according to them, they were telling me that the comparison of Bacho to schoolboy is like comparing apples to oranges. They're not the same thing. They were telling me that Bacho has far surpassed the level of schoolboy, and he's actually on the same level as John Brzenk and Matt Mask. Yeah. I know. Multiple people actually said that Bacho deserves a match with Prudnik, and one person went as far as to say Bacho could beat Angerbayev easily. That's where I draw the line. Needless to say, I didn't believe any of these claims, but I think it's time we get to the bottom of this. So in order to investigate these claims, I did the only thing I could possibly think of. I went to Instagram and I messaged every single Georgian I could find. And to no surprise, every single one of them completely ignored me, except for two. But both people who did respond argued that Bacho was already on the level of Matt Mask and Zurab, with one of the individuals actually claiming they have first-hand experience with Bacho. So to my surprise, they actually thought that he was up there with some of the top heavyweights in the world. But of course, we need to take this just with a grain of salt. This could obviously just be Georgians hyping up their fellow countrymen, or it could just be people trying to strike fear in the heart of everyone else. Either way, I'm skeptical. So my question that we need to answer in today's video is, how good is this guy actually? Now it turns out that this is actually a harder question to answer than I thought. Now if you ask the Georgians or read their comments, a lot of them will tell you that Bacho is the second coming of Levan, with some going even as far as to say Bacho is Levan but with greater genetic potential. They're saying that Bacho at age 18 has already surpassed what Levan was. And if that's true, well, sheesh. But if you ask someone on the street or even other arm wrestlers, a lot of people haven't even heard of the guy. So he clearly falls between somewhere in the bottom and someone near the top. Let's find out. So in order to find out where the balance truly lies, we need to look at the facts of this guy. Number one, Bacho definitely inherited the SAGINASHVILI genetics. At only 18 years of age, this kid could already strict curl over 100 kilograms, which is freakishly elite numbers for anyone, let alone that age. His supinated bicep strength, as well as his hammer curling ability and his back pressure, is extremely impressive. Now that comes in quite handy because Bacho is primarily a top roller, but he's also not afraid to go in the hook apparently. Number two, in 2019, Bacho won the World and European World Championship in the junior division. And I went through and watched a lot of these matches and well, he dominated the competition, which seems like a trend with this guy. He often looks like he's a man competing among boys. It seems like every tournament that this guy's in, he's head and shoulders above the competition. Does that statement remind anyone else of maybe someone else with the same last name in the super heavyweight division? Number three, Bacho is the cousin of Levan SAGINASHVILI. Do I really need to explain this one or can we move on? Number four, there's a video going around online where Bacho is facing David Samusha. And in this video, Bacho handles him fairly easy. But we need to remember that David's primarily a right arm puller, and he's not as good on his left. And also, we don't know the context of this video. We don't know if the guys were fresh. We don't really know if this was a super serious match. We don't know who was prepping for what. So it really leaves us with more questions than answers, but still, it's David Samusha. The guy's a killer. But irregardless of the context, for Bacho to beat David at 18 years old, it's honestly impressive. Number five, Levan suggested 6 months ago, before Matt faced Sandris, that his cousin Bacho could already beat Matt. And apparently, Levan wasn't joking. Gennady, also having experience with Zurab and Bacho, claimed that both guys are on a similar level, which is honestly crazy. Whether it's true or not, I swear every Georgian puller hypes this guy up to the highest level. So how good is Bacho, you ask? We don't know. Can he really compete with John or Matt Mask? Personally, I'm skeptical. What I do know is we will find out on May 6th when the young Georgian man flies to Turkey to face Adam Orzinski. We know Adam was able to handle Bojidar with rather ease, and let's remember Bojidar is a world champion in his own right. Either the Georgian team will be shouting and screaming at the top of their lungs for this young man that night, or Adam will quiet the crowd that day. I can't wait to find out. So before we come to any conclusions, I think we should wait to see how this guy handles himself on the world's biggest stage at East vs West 7. I know for a fact that after that match, we are going to have a lot of data to pull from. If Bacho is truly the guy that the Georgian team is hyping him up to be, well, that might be a bad day for Adam. But if Adam gets the win, well, I think we'll kind of know where Bacho sits. Personally, my honest opinion is I have Adam as the favorite, and I'm guessing that Bacho struggles against him, but I could be wrong. If Bacho is truly the next coming of Levan, well, guys better hurry up and get wins on this guy before it's too late. So how good is Bacho? Let's find out May 6th. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you would, please leave a comment as to where do you think Bacho lies? How good is this guy actually? And if the Georgians are watching this video again, well, I already know what you think. Now it's time to hear from everyone else. Where does Bacho fall? And is he the underdog or the favorite against Adam? As always guys, thank you so much for watching. Have an excellent day.